On April 14th, 2024, in Dayton, Ohio, a desperate 911 call shattered an otherwise ordinary afternoon.
I need you to confirm the suspect's description. All available units, proceed with caution.
A father reported that his teenage daughter had been shot. When police arrived at the apartment, they found 15-year-old Kendra Farler lying on the floor.
Granddaughter's been shot in the torso somewhere. I don't know what happened.
Where is she? Where's the gun?
Upstairs. Go to the right.
A single shotgun wound to her chest. Paramedics tried everything, but Kendra was already gone.
Leave your phone. I'm on the phone with my grandmother. Let go.
No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not.
Standing nearby was her father, Kenneth Paul Farler III, visibly shaken, frantic, and insisting that what happened was a terrible accident.
The truth we already knew.
About what?
About what happened to Kendra. Do you want to talk to us further about what happened? Okay, then sign it right here where it says sign.
But from the very first moments inside that apartment, investigators sensed something wasn't right. Kendra Farler was just 15 years old. She wasn't famous. She wasn't in trouble with the law. She wasn't known to police. She was a teenager, navigating school, family, and a future that hadn't even begun yet. Friends described her as quiet, gentle, and resilient. But behind closed doors, Kendra lived in a home marked by instability. Her father, Kenneth Farler, had a long criminal history. The household was tense, and multiple children lived under the same roof, including Kendra's stepbrother, a nonverbal autistic teenager. This was not a peaceful home, and on that April afternoon, everything would collapse. Kenneth Farler immediately gave police a version of events. He claimed that his stepson had somehow accessed a shotgun inside the apartment and accidentally fired it. He insisted it was a tragic mistake, a horrible accident. But officers quickly realized something disturbing. The stepson Farler blamed was nonverbal. He could not explain what happened. He could not defend himself. And yet Farler showed no hesitation in pointing the finger at him. To seasoned detectives, that raised immediate alarm bells.
I'm going to say this is going to be deemed an accident, but it's totally got to be negligence.
Investigators began processing the apartment. The shotgun, the shell, the trajectory. They reconstructed the scene carefully, and the evidence told a story very different from Farler's. The angle of the shot did not match an accidental discharge. The positioning of the weapon raised serious doubts.
Where is it? Upstairs!
Get the dog! Where's the gun?
She's right here, please.
Where's the gun?
I don't know.
Please, hurry, please.
My stepson grabbed it.
Please, get her, please.
Yeah.
Pressure on her, okay?
Yeah.
Please. Please tell me she's not dead, please. He's autistic. He had no idea what he was doing.
Gunshot residue analysis began to contradict Farler's claims. Detectives knew this wasn't random. This wasn't chaotic. This was controlled. And that meant someone was lying. Police interviewed everyone in the home. When they turned their attention to the stepson, they saw something heartbreaking. The boy was confused, unable to communicate, clearly overwhelmed. There was no indication he had handled the weapon. No physical evidence. No behavioral evidence. Nothing. Within hours, investigators ruled him out completely, which left only one person, Kendra's father. Detectives began digging into Kenneth Farler's past. What they found was alarming. Farler had been arrested dozens of times over 2 decades. Drug trafficking, probation violations, repeated encounters with law enforcement. Most critically, he was legally prohibited from owning or possessing firearms.
That's the ascending aorta right there.
That's my daughter. That's my baby. I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna kill myself.
Yet there was a shotgun inside his apartment, loaded, accessible, and now used to kill his daughter. Prosecutors would later argue that Farler's lifestyle, criminal history, and recklessness created a deadly environment. And on that day, Kendra paid the price. As detectives pressed Farler, his account began to change. Details shifted, timelines blurred, certainty disappeared. He could no longer keep his story straight. For investigators, the conclusion became unavoidable. This was not an accident. This was criminal recklessness, followed by an attempt to blame an innocent child.
I got a couple knives, but there's no more firearms.
Okay, come on.
That's my baby. That's my baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. I gotta do it.
Why didn't nobody was doing, baby? It's time to slow.
What happened?
Why if the Greg's gonna pull the trigger, he didn't know. He didn't know what he was
Where's Mommy? It's Mommy.
She's over in another car.
She'll be out in a minute.
Can I go see her?
She's
talking to another officer right now, okay?
I need you right now, baby.
Just give your daddy a big old hug. He needs a big love hug, okay?
Jennifer says the same.
His friend brought the gun in the room to show him.
Okay.
And he stepped out for it to go in the bathroom.
Who did?
Greg.
Okay.
And he left it in there by his side.
Okay.
By his side ground and he picks it up.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
and she was sitting there.
Okay. Was she sitting down?
She was standing
She was
at the
standing
door.
at the door? Okay. Who was the friend that brought it in?
Greg.
Greg brought it in?
Simpson, yeah, it's his guy.
Okay. No.
Dad's friend.
Dad's friend is Greg.
Yep.
Who's dad?
Dad is Kenny.
Kenny? Okay. So Kenny's dad, Greg's the friend who brought the gun in. Does Greg live with you guys?
He lives in the other room.
The one across the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Across the hallway. Yeah, across the hallway.
Kenneth Farler was arrested. The charges were severe, like a voluntary manslaughter, reckless homicide, endangering children, illegal possession of a firearm, probation violations related to prior drug convictions. The man who had tried to portray himself as a devastated father now faced the full weight of the justice system. In court, prosecutors laid everything out. A convicted felon, a prohibited firearm, a dead teenager.
Get the house and talk to you out there at the scene. All right? Obviously, I want to talk to you more because you guys weren't being honest out there. Don't start. Listen to me first. All right? Your stories made no sense. They were inconsistent. We spoke obviously to Greg too. All right? Want to talk to us further about what happened? Yes. Okay, then sign it right here where it says sign. Who lives where, all that good stuff, who was at the room.
So when you go up the steps, you go to the right, that's Greg's room. You go to the left, that's my room.
Whose room did this happen in?
It happened in my room.
Okay.
Outside my room.
What do you mean outside your room?
She was in the hallway. Your shotgun is it?
Whose shotgun is it? The truth.
It's mine.
It's yours.
It was
How long have you had that shotgun?
a couple days.
Couple days? Okay. Where did you get it?
To be honest with you, I didn't know the guy's name.
You just got it off the street?
And a false accusation against a vulnerable child. Farler eventually pleaded guilty. There was no dramatic confession, just acceptance of responsibility. After the lies no longer worked, the judge did not hold back. Kenneth Farler was sentenced to decades in prison, a maximum sentence designed to ensure he would never again pose a danger to children. Kendra Farler lost her life, Her family lost a daughter and her stepbrother, a child who could not speak, was nearly destroyed by an accusation that could have followed him forever. This case wasn't just about a shooting, it was about betrayal or abandoned buildings. They happen inside homes, behind closed doors, at the hands of people who were supposed to protect.
Normally it ejects all the shells out of it, and it didn't. And when I pulled the pump forward the last time, I don't know if my finger was on the trigger. I really honestly don't remember. It went on.
At no point had you pointed it at Kendra?
No, I would never point a gun at my child.
Did she ever tell you to put the gun down or quit messing with it?
I didn't hear her. If she did, I didn't hear her. I would never do something like that on purpose. I would never harm my child.
What did you do after the shotgun went off?
I dropped it, I ran straight to her, I grabbed, took my shirt off, and I lifted up her shirt, and I put it inside the woman, and I started holding it, and I started screaming, call 911.
To say that Wyatt did this? Was it after the 911 call?
I was terrified. I put it on my lap like this, and I went to pump it the last time, and when it came forward.
As it came forward, it went off. Then you didn't do anything else with the shotgun, you dropped it and you went to Kendra. Is that correct?
Went straight to my daughter.
Kendra Farler should still be alive today. Instead, her story stands as a warning about recklessness, responsibility, and the devastating power of a lie.
Of course.
Crazy rules, but that's the way it is. No problem with that? Kenneth, you know you're not supposed to possess any weapons, right? In addition to this incident, you also have a probation violation warrant, okay?
This is Crime Hunter. If you believe stories like Kendra's deserve to be told, like, subscribe, and comment below. Because remembering the truth is one way justice lives on.